What's going on, everybody? Today I'll be changing my tire. First things first, you can have a hoodie that you can put your knees on, make it a little more comfortable for your knees. Make sure you got your jack. Might need a piece of wood, maybe not. I already got a couple of the lug nuts off. To take the lug nuts off, it's real easy. Make sure you got one of these. On this, you got different sizes. Make sure you put it on the size that fits yours and simply twist it off. Kind of hard to do this with one hand. Trying to show you guys some nice spinning action there. But like I said, with one hand and videotaping. So notice I'm taking off the lugs before I even jack up the vehicle. Because if you jack up the tire off the ground, when you try to twist the lugs off, then the tire will simply spin. By the way, this is not mechanical advice.
50-mile radius of a market that we have.
If you don't have confidence in what you're doing, take it to a professional. Before you take off the last lug, you want to jack up the vehicle. Notice how I got the jack. Like I said, you could use a tire. I like to put it like on this thing, this lip right here. So simply jack it up. And as you jack it up, you'll see the tire come off the ground. See that tire moving a little bit? Now, I'm not sure if I really trust that jack. See what I'm saying, guys? How it is, but you want to be careful because when you take off the wheel, you don't want your whole rotor to hit the ground or nothing like that. So it's good. Make sure you got plenty of support underneath. So I'm borrowing the cinder block from my fireplace because it's good to have support, like I said, because you never know if it slips. So you just put that right under there, so at least if it does fall, it'll hit that and not your rotor. That's your rotor right here, guys. Okay, that's what the brake is on, as you can see. Alright, so it's jacked up. That last lug is loose, so I'm gonna finish taking that off. Also, real quick, guys, I want to show you the reason why I'm changing this tire, and I'm gonna put that one on. That's a lot better. That came from my other car, one of my other cars. But this tire, you know, I got as much use out of it as I can, and now, you know, it's time to send it to the graveyard. You can see how bad the dry rot is. The dry rot is particularly worse closer to the rim, as you can see. This is the dry rot, how it's cracking. You see all this, guys, and it's starting to crack up here and everything. And on the surface of the tire, this is what's happening. The metal wires are starting to come out. You see? So, you know, I'm always happy that I got plenty of use out of the tires, you know. This is all dry rot. See that? That's not normal. So, my other tire was way worse, but the life on this tire is finito. This is the tire that I'll be putting on. You don't see any other dry rot. Although this is an old tire. Well, there's a little dry rot right there. You can see it a little bit. But you can't really see any near the rim. So this one is in far better shape. Alright guys, so this is what it looks like with the tire off. Alright. And this is the new tire we'll be putting on there. Like I said, just in case the jack fails, it's important to have a jack stand or a cinder block. So if that falls, it's going to hit the cinder block and it's going to stop the rotor from hitting the ground. Now what you're going to do is put the new tire on there and start with the bottom lug to hold the tire on there. And put all your lugs on there. When you put lugs on, you go in the opposite direction. So the next one will be this one. Then after that one will be this one. After this one will be that one. And that's how you tighten it too. So you make sure you're putting it on even. So guys, we got the new tire on there. While the tire is still up in the air, tighten all the lugs as tight as you can get them. Alright. With your tire iron. Once you get the lug on there, you know, you pretty much put the tire iron on there. Make sure it's your right size. And then it'll pretty much spin. But like I said, it's hard to do this with one hand, guys. I'm not using my tripod, but you get the idea. Alright guys, so we got the lug nuts as tight as we can get them while the tire's still up on the ground. We're gonna drop the jack, drop the tire down, and we're gonna fully tighten them while the tire is on the ground. It's time to drop it. Alright, now we're going to put the tire iron back on there and finish tightening it. Alright, and that's all to it, guys. See you in the next video. Peace.